Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And we did get the details for the DOKKANFEST TURLES and his 2 banner units, which is very interesting. I think I was talking about this in my comments with someone the other day. So I guess we're getting 2 new banner units, which is a good thing. You know, these guys don't get much representation in Dokkan, so getting 2 new banner units does make sense, but it's just surprising because I don't think we've seen that since Captain Ginyu's banner. So it definitely has been a long time. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and watch his animations first. I'm going to make this kind of quiet, so if you do want to watch the original clip of his animations, there will be a link to that in the description. So yeah, let's watch this really quick.
最悪こいつは本物だこれがなんだかわかるか？お月様さ。さあ、お前本来の姿を見せてみろ。
Okay. I mean, yeah, I think the animations are definitely good. I don't think they're anything insane, but they're alright. I mean, for a Turles, I think they did a solid job, right? So, I'd give it like 7.5 out of 10, right? I mean, they're good by all means. They're not horrible, but I don't know. I feel like they did hold back just a little, especially if you compare those animations to, like, you know, some of the past couple Dokkan Fests we've gotten. But regardless, those were the animations. So now we're going to go over the details for the Turles and then the 2 new banner units. So shout out to Gresh for posting the translations as well as always. And yeah, let's get right into it. So the Turles' leader skill is Space Traveling Warriors or Pure Sands, category Ki +3, HP attack and defense plus 170%. And then the extra 30% to stats goes to Planetary Destruction or low class warriors. Alright, so I mean, that's not a bad leader skill, right? He's got Pure Sands, so of course that's always a W. And he is leading Space Traveling Warriors, which is really good because I think Bojack at this moment is the only lead for this category that's actually somewhat decent. So him actually having a 200% for this category is definitely good. And then the extra 30% being Planetary Destruction, I guess that's alright. And then the extra 30% as well being low class warriors. Not really the best, but I guess this isn't the worst 200% leader skill, just mainly because of that Pure Sands buff right here. But moving on, his super attack effect is that he raises attack and causes immense damage and recovers 6% HP. Okay, so he is stacking attack infinitely, which is definitely really good. He does also have an active skill, so obviously a very good combination with those two things. And then he is recovering the 6% HP. Not really the best, you know, 6% isn't that crazy, but alongside him stacking attack, I don't think that's bad. So, you know, a solid super attack effect, definitely pretty good. And then his passive is that he activates the entrance animation during the start of character's first attacking turn, once only, if there's a Goku family category enemy, or an enemy whose name includes Gohan Kid. Alright, I mean, a good amount of Goku family category enemies in the game. Unfortunately, there's not really any, like, you know, red zone stages where you'll be able to make use of that, but hopefully we can get that in the near future. And then all extreme class allies gain 3 ki and then 18% attack. Okay, I mean, the 18% attack isn't, you know, insane, but the 3 ki is definitely very good. Especially considering it's just for the rest of the battle. And then he gets attack and defense plus 160% at start of turn. He gets an additional attack plus 60%, and then he performs an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super if HP is 50% or higher. Okay, That's alright, yeah. And then he gains an additional attack plus 100% when performing his super. He gets ki plus 2, 5% damage reduction, and 40% defense with each super performed, up to a max of 8 ki, 20% damage reduction, and defense plus 160%. Okay, so actually that's pretty good. Once you're fully built up with him, you'll have the 20% damage reduction with the extra 160% defense buff, which, you know, he also has additionals built in. So that means, you know, you will build up with him pretty quick, especially if you're getting lucky with, like, your hidden potential system additional. And then he's also stacking attack. So this looks to me like a full additional unit. But I don't know, let's keep on reading. So then he does also get attacks effective against all types, and then performs an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super, starting from the turn when this character performs his 6th attack in battle. Okay, so after you perform 6 attacks, you could quadruple super, which is solid considering this guy's, again, stacking attack. You know, he's recovering HP on that super attack effect. By the time, you know, you're fully built up, you'll have a pretty good amount of damage reduction, and also you'll build up some defense. So, alright, a good passive. I don't know, okay, I know, you know, people always say this, but this really is one of those units where it's like, okay, we're going to have to see them in game first, right? Because I don't really know how crazy these buffs are really going to make him. If these buffs are going to be good, like, you know, you got 160% defense here, you know, 160% attack and defense here, you know, got a bunch of attack right here, some attack right here. If that's, like, really good for this guy, then of course he'll be good, but I don't know, he's a TUR, right? So it's kind of hard to judge if that will be enough, because of course his stats are a little bit lower than something like a summonable LR, to where they don't really need many, like, attack and defense buffs in their kit, because of course their stats are a lot higher. Alright, but anyway, the active skill is the condition, is that you can use it once 3 turns have elapsed from start of battle, and when there's an enemy belonging to the Goku family category, or there's an enemy whose name includes Gohan Kid, or once 6 turns have elapsed from start of battle. Okay, so that makes it a lot better, actually. I was going to say, 3 turns and then a Goku family category enemy is a little rough, but the 6 turns, I mean, that's still not the best, but that's definitely still useful, right? I mean, you'll still get that towards the end of fights. So, yeah, I mean, definitely a good kit. I mean, you know, they definitely could have improved with a couple things, but once again, we really are going to need to see him in-game first. And then the effect for the active skill is he greatly raises attack temporarily, does ultimate damage. I mean, come on, you could have given him, like, crits here or something. They really didn't give him anything for the active. But alright, his links are Sand Warrior Race, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Brutal Beatdown, Prepared for Battle, Destroyer of the Universe, and Fierce Battle. So, yeah, solid link set for the Turles. I mean, he'll work good with who you're running him with. And then his categories are Space Traveling Warriors, Pure Sands, Planetary Destruction, Low Class Warrior, Movie Bosses, Terrifying Conquerors, and then Final Trump Card. So, yeah, that's the Turles. He's good, right? He's definitely good, but we got to see him in game before we can really judge him. So now moving on to these guys. I don't know their name. Actually, I think it says it right here. Days and Kako. Okay. You gotta love names in Dragon Ball, man. Because just some of these names are just weird as hell. But anyway, sorry. Moving on to his leader skill. It is Space Traveling Warriors category Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 130%. His super attack is he raises attack for 1 turn, causes some brief damage, has a high chance to stun. Alright, pretty good super attack effect, I guess. The high chance to stun is alright. His passive is that he gets 2 ki, attack and defense plus 150% in start of turn. He has an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super. He gets an additional 10% chance to perform a crit and to dodge, okay, with each Space Traveling Warriors category ally in the same turn. He gets an additional attack plus 150% and a medium chance to crit, and then a medium chance to evade enemy super as a 2nd or 3rd attacker in a turn. And then he gets an additional attack and defense plus 30% with each super attack performed, up to 150%. Okay, so he's a dodging unit. Definitely full dodge with this guy. Yeah, he's alright. I don't really think he's busted, but he's alright. His links are Loyalty, Destroyer of the Universe, Team Turles, Brutal Beatdown, Thirst for Conquest, Solid Support, and Fierce Battle. And then his categories, wow, he does not have a lot of categories. He's got Space Traveling Warriors, Joined Forces, Terrifying Conquerors, and Planetary Destruction. So yeah, he's good. He's nothing insane, but I mean, I guess the dodge is pretty useful, right? Especially if you're fully built up with him, then he could look pretty good. So, solid unit. Now moving on to the BALLSACK guy, and then I don't even know this guy's name. So his leader skill is Planetary Destruction, category Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 130%. And then his super attack effect is that he raises defense for 1 turn. Okay, finally. Some defense on super. Out of all 3 of the units we've gone over, this guy's the first one to do that. And then he causes supreme damage with a high chance to stun, and he seals. So a pretty good super attack effect, actually. The 30% defense, a high chance to stun, and a guaranteed seal. Yeah, that definitely is very good. So his passive is that he gets attacking defense plus 150% start of turn. He's a support. Okay, he gives planetary destruction category allies 1 key and 30% attack and defense. And if those allies also belong on the space traveling warriors category, they get an additional 20% defense and 10% chance to crit. Dude, I'm already liking this guy. This guy's looking really good. Guard activate. Yeah, and he's getting guard and he's getting damage reduction. So he gets the guard and then reduces damage received by 20% as the first attacker in a turn. And then an additional 50% attack and performs an additional super attack as a second or third attacker in a turn. And then he gets an additional 30% attack and defense each time guard is activated for a max of 150%. Dude, why did they make this guy like busted? I mean, I hate to say this, right? Last time I said this was on DOKKANFEST Raditz banner, but is he looking better than the main headlining DOKKANFEST? I don't know. I mean, I think, again, we need to see him in game before we can really say if the banner unit's better than him. But, dude, this banner unit is really good because he's supporting pretty much everyone you're running him with, right? I mean, on these categories, you know, because he doesn't have a lot of categories, so he is supporting one of the categories, hence he's pretty much supporting everyone you're running him with, right? And also, he's a good support. He is supporting for crit chance as well. He gets guard in slot 1, which you can throw him in slot 1. They kind of incentivize you to, so then you can build up with him a lot, right? And then, of course, he gets a 20% damage reduction, which I don't want you guys to underestimate guard and damage reduction. Even a small amount like 20% with guard is very, very crazy. And by the time you're fully built up with him, I mean, I can already tell you, this guy's going to be at a good start of turn defensive stat, and then having the 30% defense on top of that, that is really good, right? So this guy's looking crazy. I mean, this guy's looking really impressive. His links are Loyalty, Destroyer of the Universe, Team Turles, Brutal Beatdown, Thirst for Conquest, Tough as Nails, and Fierce Battle. And he also has Tough as Nails, so that's another 5% damage reduction on top of this. And then his categories are Space Traveling Warriors, Joined Forces, Terrifying Conquerors, and Planetary Destruction. So yeah, that pretty much has been the video. Sorry if I, messed up a lot through this. It's really early for me, but I did want to record this because, I mean, Turles is looking good, I think. This guy's looking good, I guess. And then this guy's just, like, really crazy for some reason. I don't know why they made BALLSACK guy really good. But, again, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you are thinking of these guys down in the comments. And let me know if you plan on summoning for them. And, yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.